ladies, gentlemen and others, to a quick makeover video. We are back with the Thompson sisters, and I am unbelievably excited to be back with this family. I have missed them so much, but I managed to re-download the world. It's running with no issues whatsoever. I did have to move them out of the current world we were in and back into the same world, just on a different save file, because I was having issues with some of the lots, and ain't nobody got time to be messing around with community lots and changing them and changing their functions and making sure they've all got counters. I'm just lazy, basically. So I moved them into a new town, and everything's running fine. The family is running fine, but obviously some of the CC that I used to have has been taken out because of issues with glitches and such. So yeah, I figured, since we are starting from scratch, essentially, I would do a little makeover video. This is the lovely Breeze that you are seeing on the screen right now. I realise that a lot of people probably don't know who the Thompson sisters are, so if you click the link in the description, it will take you to my Runaway Teen playlist. Be warned that I am very awkward and very quiet during the first few episodes, because I was very new to recording. I was really nervous, but really excited, and you could kind of tell because I was really awkward, and yeah, I think I have come a long way since then, even though I'm still a little bit awkward and still trying to learn the ropes. I do feel like I've come quite a long way since that day. And it was interesting as well seeing how far kind of my sim style has come, because obviously these sims were, I made them to look like they'd run away and things like that, but I'd still tried to make them look like they were wearing somewhat normal clothing, and the outfits was so different to the kind of stuff that I would pick out for my sims now, and it was just really interesting to see. And the makeup as well, like, I used to give my sims hardly any makeup, and admittedly I don't really give my sims that much makeup now, but I do experiment a little bit more, and I'm not afraid to kind of go for more dramatic looks for different sims. Like, none of these girls have dramatic looks because, you know, they're still runaways, even though, as you'll see in the first episode of the revamp, they kind of live in a much different house to what they used to live in. And you'll actually see me making that house during this video, and yeah. I'm going to cut out for a bit. Actually, am I? Is there much point in me cutting? No, there's not much point in me cutting out. I think I'm just going to talk over the top of this and have music playing in the background. So yeah, I decided to go through and change all of the girls' outfits and Matthew's outfits. I think a couple of them I leave untouched because it was like, no, that's fine, that'll do. I think Matthew was the one that I did the most work on, because I'd only actually done his everyday wear, because I thought he was going to be an NPC around in the town, but, you know, he ended up moving in. I had real issues. Sorry, I just realised we just got onto the hair. I had real issues with Breeze's hair. I actually love that hairstyle on her, the one that's on the screen right now. Like, I think that suited her so well, and I'm kind of gutted I didn't go for it, but I didn't think it kind of suited the length of the hair that was in the bun. And yeah, I could have said she cut it off, but, and I don't know, I did want to go for something kind of realistic for the girls. And you do kind of see that dilemma pop up later on as well when I'm making over Storm. I'll go into more detail when that occurs. I liked this plait as well, but I wasn't too keen on it, and I thought this hairstyle just looked gorgeous on her, like it really framed her face. Okay, we're jumping right onto Storm. Here you see me doing her makeup a little bit. I was going to put lashes on her, but honestly I think it overdid it a bit for her. I don't know. You'll see me take them off her in a second, and I do go back into the regular Sims 3 lashes and just lengthen them ever so slightly, because they were a little bit short, but the S Club lashes don't look quite right on her face. Like, you could tell they were fake lashes kind of thing. whereas with Breeze they blended in much more nicely. Right. Storm was a nightmare to do. That hair is gorgeous and I love it on her, but she was a nightmare to do other hairs for because I didn't want her to have long hair at all. I wanted her to have short hair, and none of them looked right on her face. There was a couple that I could have gone for, but I wasn't happy with. And this one, I think, was going to be the closest I would get to something that I really liked on her face and I thought really suited her. It's not perfect, but it will do. For makeup, I went for something really toned down again. And every day, I kind of really dislike the everyday I gave her. I think I was in a rush, and I was just like, I also didn't have that much Teen CC that could have worked with regards to this challenge and things like that. So I did do my best for the time, but looking back on it, I hate the outfit. And I've just changed it to this little green jumper. I do love that jumper, I think it's gorgeous. And these shorts from Pets, which I love as well. And I would put them on a lot more of my Sims if it weren't for the horseshoe on the back. I'm actually wondering if I can find a default replacement for those. Sorry if I'm kind of like making a lot of noises. My throat's really dry at the moment, but I don't have any water with me, so I'm just gonna have to wait until I finish recording this, I think. Also keeping that running theme of them wearing boots in all of their outfits. Moving on to formal, I realised that the dress I put on her before was a little bit more revealing than I remembered. Like, I thought it was just a simple blue dress, but it wasn't, which isn't that much of an issue. So I ended up giving her this little blue sundress, and then later on I realised it was the same dress that I gave to Rain. So I had a slight issue there, but it's whatever. I just changed Rain's outfit. This is her athletic. I decided to keep it the same because we were probably not going to see it that often, even though she is an athletic sim, because we tend to focus on kind of the green thumb. Moving on to Rain now. I did record her makeup and hair, but well, I didn't actually. I did her makeup and hair, realised I wasn't recording, and decided, you know what, I'm gonna leave it. You'll see it later on. I do a bit of a zoom in, turn around stuff, so that should be fine. Not much to report. I only really changed her kind of pattern on her jacket to kind of a pink and kind of rose gold shirt that I really like. And I thought about changing her boot colour, but I didn't think it was very Rain, so we kept the boots the same. Honestly, I really liked her outfits as they were. I only wanted to tweak a couple. Yeah, this is the bit where I realised I gave them the same dress. And I could have just left it like that, but I thought, nah. So you see me here trying to find one. And I ended up going for this one. It's not very formal, but I don't think she's a very formal girl anyway. Sleepwear stays the same. That was fine. Athletic. Pretty sure stays mostly the same. Oh, I just changed the top. Cool. And swimwear. I do mess around with quite a bit, because I was like, I don't like that costume on her, but then I just thought, stuff it. And then outerwear. This was really weird. They just took the sleepwear and just put it in outerwear and put gloves on all of them, so I had to spend a little bit of time on outerwear. Yeah. I kind of like this kind of military jacket kind of thing on her. I would have liked to maybe have done something that didn't have shorts, but the only other thing available was a dress, and I don't think that was very... She wouldn't wear a dress just to go out in public. Like, there had to be a good reason for her to wear a dress, I feel. Because Rain's a girl of practicality over, you know, good looks and stuff. You see me here trying to frantically look for tights, and I can't find the base game ones for whatever reason. I don't know, maybe there aren't base game tights for teens, but I stuck with those ones and I like those a lot. Okay, moving on to Matthew. All I really did was change his hair from kind of the weird anime-ish thing to something that was a little bit more rough and ready. I think I prefer this hairstyle on him a lot. I think it makes him look a lot more mature. Change it from that awesome Adventure Time top to something a little bit more unbranded. I don't have much teen male CC. There's not that much available, sadly, which is why I kind of went for this. I don't know what game pack that's from. I'll look that up. I should not be recording this right now. My throat is so dry. Yeah, so I just go for that with some kind of bluey, blacky jeans. Here I am trying to find the perfect jean texture. Fun times. I failed to find it and just leave it. And some Converse. His Converse are inconsistent, but I'm going to use the excuse that he actually has money. Whereas, you know, the girls don't. So, his formal... Oh yeah, I kept tabbing out because I was actually watching videos as I was doing this. I was watching Cryotic and K-pop. Probably my two favourite people on YouTube. Go check them out. I mean, if you haven't already. I'd be surprised if you've never checked them out, because Cry is awesome and K-pop is pretty cool. Yeah, I'm not really talking about his outfits anymore, but you can kind of see it going on. It's just general outfitty stuff. I tried to make his clothes a little bit nicer than the girls, purely based on the fact that, like I said before, he's actually got money, and he kind of thought through his running away, which wasn't really running away as such, it was just moving in. Anyway, I'm now moving on to the house build. And initially I was just going to redecorate the old house and, you know, just change some of the furniture to something a little bit, not nicer, just, I'd say most of it was cheaper and replacing some of the objects that went missing. But in the end, I just did a full house. I just knocked down the house because I was like, basically I was getting issues with the roof. You don't see this right now, but I'm still working on it. I'm like, oh, I can recover this, this is fine. It's a cute little house, but I was getting major issues with the roofing, and I should be getting onto that at some point soon. Nope. Okay, I'm doing... Okay. This is probably going to be like badly out of sync. Nope. Working on the path. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, here, I'm getting major issues with roofing. Like, I don't know what it was. I was just like... I tried to auto-roof it, and then I'd get gaps, and then some of it didn't look right, and then I was like, nope, you know what, we're knocking it down, we're starting again. And I knocked down literally everything, sell everything, apart from the easel, and just start trying to build a little house. I wanted it to be 2 stories. I knew that much. And I knew that I wanted to kind of have it semi-open plan, but not really, because I do a lot of open plan houses, so I didn't want it to be like completely open plan. I wanted it to be still separated rooms, like the kitchen, dining rooms kind of open and things like that. You'll see what I mean once it's done. I don't have any screenshots, unfortunately, but you will see it in game, obviously. Yeah, here I am doing the living room. I end up getting rid of that armchair later on. You'll see that later. And I also end up getting rid of that stereo, because I overestimate our budget. Yeah. Here I am trying to sort out stairs. For some reason I was having real issues with stairs. I don't know. I'm just dumb, really. Just enlarged the room. And that managed to sort most of it out. Ah. Just enlarging stuff, moving the room about. Oh, okay. I put in a bathroom there, inset the door. And I would have inset all of the windows, but it wouldn't have looked right with the window height. I do like doing that. That's a trick I learned off of Delhi. It just gives the house that little bit more dimension. I don't know. I like it. Putting in the computer to replace the one that we had in the old house, which I did sell. Probably should have kept, but whatever. It is whatever. Windows going in now. This house is hella ugly. Just throwing that out there. I'm not a good builder, especially when I've got a budget. And I tend to be better when I've got about 40k to work with. Then I tend to make, I don't know, better looking houses. Or if I've got like literally no money at all, and it's just like a little shack. Those are the only two extremes I can do. I can't do massive mansions either. No, I think that's more of a patience issue than anything else. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's very much more to say here, so I am going to cut out now and let you guys enjoy the rest of the build. Thank you guys so much for watching my very croaky commentary. If you did enjoy this, give it a like, yes. If you didn't, then it's cool. And I'll see you guys in the next video. This is Kirby Munch, signing off.